All my store... Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Sorry.
1 second.
Um...
The GIF stopped running anyway, so there we go. You can start whenever you like because it's recording.
I put Hear microphone back on so I could hear what I sounded like. But let's
God.
do this.
Alright, I'm waiting for the greatest fanfiction ever.
All my stories take place in an alternate reality where the characters act this way. In the darkness of that night, away from the praying eyes and ears of those who would judge away from the praying eyes and ears of those who would judge, some strangers slipped by unnoticed. But they were not strangers. They knew each other, and they knew each other much closer than any of their friends did realize. They knew each other both inside and out, but their friends did not know this. Their friends could not know. Their friends should not know this. Nor could they know, because it was night, and thus away from their viscous judging eyeballs. It is safe, or is it safe? Said the first stranger, who was not a stranger to the other stranger, but still remained a stranger to us for the moment. I think so. It's dark, so none of the others should see us here. Even if they are nearby, I think our secret is safe. Good. I couldn't take their judgment right now. My life is too stressful as it is. If it wasn't for you, I don't know what I'd do, other than kill myself, of course. Don't worry,
So
Leroy
edgy.
Jenkins. I will always be here for you, waiting in the dark. Thanks, Dragonborn. I will always be in the dark for you, too. With that, the two shadows embraced, an embracement in the night, full of kissing and nighttime joys. Once upon a time...
So basically, the Dragonborn and female Leroy Jenkins are fucking each other right now.
Sure. With that, the two shadows embraced, an embracement... Oh, wait. For a moment, time seemed to slow down. No, time seemed to slowed down. Leroy Jenkins wondered why. Leroy Jenkins turned around slowly, due to the time seeming to have slowed down. Then the explanation. Dragonborn was secretly looking at her in that special way. Leroy Jenkins' soul lit up like a beacon in the night, even though it was day. What? In all of this mess, they had each other, even if each other was the only ones that knew. Dragonborn turned away at that moment. Time jumped back to normal as Leroy Jenkins was no longer transfixiated by the Dragonborn. Fortunately, no one else had noticed. I made my own character for the story. I hope you'll like her. She was Serenity, Dead Fang Rider of Tool Glorifica Goddess. What?
What the fuck? We did not include this character. The story added it itself.
She was born under the shady dark red blood moon of the last October of the second millennium after the Great Shit.
What?
It is said that when she was born, 1,000 birds sung. Her father was the king of all the lands of our kingdom from the beyond. Her mother was born of the fairy of wisdom and beauty. Every day, Serenity, Dark Moon, Raven wear the most beautiful outfits the world has ever seen. Her favorite is a fetish radiant red jacket that reaches down to her angles, and is decorated with signs of insignia. Serenity Darkmoon Raven takes long walks at the Kingdom Beach, where Serenity Darkmoon Raven is accompanied by her faithful Jort Fulger. I got that name after I watched Thor. Her faithful companion, Feral Dire Lion Wolf. But one day, Serenity Darkmoon Raven was walking down the beach, and then Serenity Darkmoon Raven saw a great dark light appearing in the middle of the beach. A dark light? Okay. It was great and dark, and was everywhere, but especially the middle, where it was the greatest and darkest of all. Oh, faithful George Fulgitar, Serenity Darkmoon Raven said. George Fault Hitar looked at Serenity Darkmoon Raven with his great auburn eyes and smuffled, or snuffled?
Yeah, it is a
Snuffled
thing.
up,
It's where you rub your nose against someone else's nose.
snuffled up to Serenity Darkmoon Raven in fear and comfort. What?
What the fuck?
And growled at the grat black and dark Ulgith, the blood from his fangs dripping down into pools of bloody red blood. Jort Fialgeral was a great and vicious beast. Serenity Darkmoon Raven and evangelized in her head. But Serenity Darkmoon Raven must have said it out loud, because behind her a mysterious voice said, "That's indeed a great and vicious beast you have there." It was John Cena! Serenity Darkmoon Raven had heard of John Cena all this time, but she had never
I mean,
met
who hasn't?
but heard of John Cena all this time, but she had never met there. Serenity Darkmoon Raven wouldn't have dreamed to actually see that they existed in this dimension. Her father is the king of all the realms and dimensions, and he had known that John Cena lived in one of his rears, but it was quite exciting.
And but. As well as except. As well as except for.
But Serenity Darkmoon Raven cared for none of that, because when Serenity Darkmoon Raven saw John Cena, Serenity Darkmoon Raven was asphyxiated. What? Well,
Okay.
she's dead now.
Okay. Serenity Darkmoon Raven has been killed.
Asphyxiated means, yeah.
Choked to
means
death.
You died, yeah, choked to death. In their radiant orbs of their soul that was embedded deeply within their head. After what seemed like many eternities, we were awoken from our mutual dream we were having together, because ... exclamation point.
My God! What could it be?
Aja Flalajocule
Okay.
crawled once more at the great black thing. It was sort of like a swirly thing. Swirly doesn't quite sound epic, so I didn't describe it as
the
swirly.
great black swirly thing.
But it
My.
is. And it wrapped open. What? From
Okay.
within the deepest and darkest eras of the realm, Serenity Darkmoon Raven saw forthcoming a beast of greatness. Its evil was radiating from the skins of other beings that it wore. Oh my God.
So it's Pinkie Pie.
And swirling around its head. Serenity Darkmoon Raven thinks it was its head. What?
Okay.
And swirling around its head came forth the souls of the beings that had been suffered, while it atia them. Serenity Darkmoon Raven was flabbergasted. Serenity Darkmoon Raven reached out from her blue jacket, but it was red earlier. And Serenity Darkmoon Raven held before more the eldest that her mother had instruated to me so long ago. Serenity Darkmoon Raven held it before me and spoke the words in the ancient furry language.
Because of course.
The ancient furry language that
You
her
know, someone
mother
really
had
likes
taught
their thesaurus.
that her mother had taught to me, as her mother had taught it to her, and hers mother had taught it to her after she had won those words from the great dragon Jara Jalejar. Jortfuljari Jale was a great evil beast that had tormented the lands of her father, and her father couldn't do anything about it because he was yet still a small child of a boy. Her father's really old, you see, like the doctor. Okay.
I'm assuming the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Probably. I got bored of writing the fanfic as it was, so I decided to change things around. I hope you guys like it. She was, as of yet, the most beautiful thing in the whole of Pluto. John Cena believed her to be, as she faked the great villainous fucking.
The great villainous fucking.
Her big boppers bobbed up and down consistently like someone making love in a car. She slipped sexal yat, the fucking, and was more than anything John Cena had seen before. Her beautiful, feistful, pressure shocked. I can't say that anymore. I'm sorry. Her beatiful, feistful, pressure shocked, freaking henchman into copulating before her. What? Okay.
So all her henchmen are now fucking each other in front of her. You know, the Dark Lord fucking.
Serenity Darkmoon Raven, take my sword, said John Cena, and give it to the greatness before us. She will need our legendary sword in order to defeat the great Uber fucking.
The great Uber fucking.
And lo, Serenity Dark Moon Raven did so, and the magnificent, great, mysterious woman took the sword and stabbed fucking. They was defeated.
Okay.
But was fucking?
Maybe.
Because as John Cena ran towards the mysterious, strange beauty of their dreams, and was about to share the greatest kiss they and more had ever given to someone in the history of mankind, fucking rose up and fled. Sometime later, in their secret hideaway, I am glad we found a way to survive all that and still be together. Yes, our plans seem to have worked, despite all the events. Do you think anyone spotted us? No. No. Yes. Serenity Darkmoon Raven emerged from the shadows of the darkness. I know everything, she said. Leroy Jenkins and Dragonborn gasped. Their secret was finally revealed. I don't love Dragonborn like you do, said Serenity Darkmoon Raven, but I have always lusted a bit after them. So you see, if Dragonborn spends the night with me, I will never tell anyone. Leroy Jenkins breathed a sigh of relief. That was, after all, a reasonable request. They agreed to the bargain. Phooey! That's something we can go along with, said Dragonborn, relieved. Serenity Darkmoon Raven was happy, and Leroy Jenkins and Dragonborn thus got to live happily ever after together, with no one but Serenity Darkmoon Raven and themselves ever knowing. And this is where the story ends. It has come to my attention that some readers don't like my art. They say that it's all anti-Semitic. Excuse me, but Jews are like that. And racist. I had a black classmate in my class once, and he was really stupid. Horrible, violent.
What the fuck is going on with this story?
Didn't you read the disclaimer? And anatomically impossible. FYI, they all do yoga, and that's totally possible. That hurts me a lot, really, a lot. Do you know how long it takes me to write my stories?
So apparently, Serenity has just become fucking Stephen King.
Apparently. By the way, that was the end of the story. I have no idea what happened. But the Dragonborn.
What happened to Pikachu?
It's not in here.
Pikachu was supposed to be in this story. Where the fuck is Pikachu?
I don't know, but John Cena and the Dragonborn got to stay together. So
where the fuck are John Cena and the Dragonborn together? Wasn't the Dragonborn and Leroy Jenkins together?
I
I swear they were at the beginning of the story.
don't do this to me.
I'm poking
My
plot
story
holes
is
in a
perfect.
fake story.
My story is perfect. Screw you.
I'm pointing out plot holes in fucking a story that was randomly generated from some stupid website
Exactly.
where
And
the
now,
non-existent author turns out to be an edgy teenage Stephen King who
oh my
inserted
god.
herself into the story.
Yeah, we didn't even put the character into the story. It's just like, yeah, here's a random character named Serenity Darkmoon Raven. Even though when she was first introduced, let me see if I can find it.
Also, the
Let's see.
villain's still alive. The villain just sort of got stabbed
Oh,
by a magic
yeah,
sword, then fucked off.
yeah, pretty much. Her full name is Serenity Serentai, Dead Fang Rider of Tool Glorifica Goddess.
I mean, aren't most people called that? It's a very common name in Poland.
I mean, probably. I mean, it sounds Swedish. So,
Okay.
this has been fanfiction reading with people.
Yes. This will be somewhere. I don't even know where I'm gonna end up uploading this to.
You're
I
also
might upload this to Seaspring Raw.
your your
Just
voice
to
is
see what
also still
happens.
really low.
I know. I left it low. I don't know if it's recorded low or if it's just recorded my basic voice. Your voice should be augmented though.
The sexy voice.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for
God, that was
watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and also follow me on my Patreon that I don't have.
Hey, follow me on Wattpad too.
Yep, you follow my DeviantArt, my freaking fanfic.net account.
Obviously,
Find me on
my
Grindr.
follow me on Twitter and Tumblr and yeah, links in the description.
Yep. Thank you.